most important issues facing our country right now have to do with free speech, privacy, and new technology. If this were an ordinary election, I'd want to know how each of the candidates would tackle the problem of disinformation online, whether they'd support legislation to protect internet users' privacy, and how they'd address the immense power that a small number of corporations now exercises over public discourse online. But the most important questions in this election are more basic than that. One of them, I think, is whether our democracy can withstand 4 more years of a president who wages an almost daily assault on First Amendment freedoms, including the freedom of the press. And it means that the choice presented in this election is stark. I don't think it's any exaggeration at all to say that as far as press freedom is concerned, this is the most consequential election in modern American history.
Millions of people are breathing smoke and losing their homes from the fires out west. It's clear we need a green economy that creates jobs to move towards a carbon neutral economy. And it's clear we need to regain international leadership for climate change. What I haven't heard from the candidates is what you will do to protect the most vulnerable people, those in low-lying areas, those in harm's way from fires and storms in this country and around the world. Climate change is with us, it's here now, it will be with us in the future, and what will you do to protect the most vulnerable peoples from the impacts of climate change?
My question for the candidates in this race, whether you're running for president, Congress, Senate, state office, city office, or anything else, is what are you going to do to meaningfully bring America together? Our democracy is imperiled because not just of the divisions, but because so many Americans spend their time online, in person, writing, tweeting, just yelling at each other. And this tears the country apart. It tears the social fabric apart. It tears the democratic fabric apart. And it makes democracy almost impossible. If 30% of the country thinks the other 30% is destroying the country, then, and the other 30% thinks the same, democracy can't occur. How are you going to bring that together? How are you going to stop us from yelling at each other? And how are you going to do that without suggesting false equivalencies, without suggesting falsely that both sides are equally to blame?
I'd like to ask President Trump, what do you have to say to the 200,000 families who've lost loved ones since March when the coronavirus first hit? I'd like to ask of Joe Biden, you've said that voting for the 1993 crime bill was a mistake. Are you sorry that you voted for it?